is going on? And welcome to a brand new episode of the Press Start Pod. I am Joey Schneider. That is Dean Samples. We are we're sorry we got started a little late today.
We're a little late.
Let me explain
Thanks,
something.
mate.
Well, let me explain something a little bit. If you're a parent, you understand, and if you're not a parent, you don't understand. We got parental duties, people. We do our best.
Parental duties. I got this afternoon, and then I come down here. Peter wants to update again. I'm like, okay. Either way, we're here. We have a huge show tonight. PlayStation dropped its state of play today. There's been some big announcements. And we're here to talk about it. We got some new NCAA 25 announcements to talk about. We got a top 5 PS3 games we're going to be talking about. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, we got some good stuff. I'm gonna start off with I've been playing this week. Haven't strayed from 2K24. Still been playing WWE 2K24 a little bit, but a lot of multiverses which dropped, and we will get into that. Talking about that coming out here soon. Love multiverses. Multiverses.
Like the W game.
WB multiverses. Yeah. Game? Yeah. Have you not? Did you not? It's a free to play game. Have you not downloaded it?
So like Super Smash Brothers.
It's like Super Smash Brothers with WB.
No, I played
it. I love it. I love it. And I also downloaded and played X Defiant. I know you downloaded that as well.
Love it.
Wasn't I? Not as big of a fan as I hoped I would be, but doesn't mean I'm still playing it. So maybe me getting wrecked. The grind seems like a lot. That seems like a lot for me so far. So we'll see.
I got the battle pass, and it seems like I did buy the battle pass for it. It does seem like you got to do a lot to even get to past the first part of it. Like I played like 8 games. I feel like there's barely even a notch in there in XP. So I don't know. I like it. It's different. I know there's a lot of hate on it because people are crowning it the Call of Duty killer. And it's Ubisoft. People just be hating on Ubisoft. Yeah, they dropped some crappy games, but they have some great ones too. I like how they have the factions. I like how they have like a Splinter Cell themed one. They have Watch Dogs. They have Far Cry, The Division. I love that.
Right.
I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm trash at it.
I feel like I'm getting wrecked in the worst type of way.
Yeah, dude. Snipers are OP. I feel like I be shooting dudes like 9-10 times in the chest and above, and nothing happens, and the dude just turns around and pops me, and I'm done.
Yeah, I mean it happens, but
are we having internet connection issues for me?
You're freezing from time to time, but we can still hear you, so you're good. And there we go, you're good.
If I got you, I'll go to my phone.
No, we can hear you. I just can't see it. But we're gonna we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. We're gonna start off though with NCAA football 25 because man, is that the game that me and you are really, really excited for.
I didn't even get to say what I'm playing this week.
No, I'm sorry. Go for it. We got Clarence with the Dean's damn internet.
No, doesn't matter. I've been doing X Defiant. WWE. I found on eBay an Xbox One / Xbox 360 edition of the Ultimate Edition of Fallout New Vegas with all the DLC.
I think that's the best Fallout.
I agree, and I really hope they sometime remaster it. Like, just do it, please.
I do like New Vegas too. I do like the new show too. Walter Goggins is good. Walter Goggins is good in everything. He's just good in everything.
Everything.
Every single thing.
I've been like ever since
Justified.
I watched it, I've been seeing.
Yeah, Justified.
Vice Principal is hilarious.
Oh yeah. The Hateful Eight. He was amazing in Tarantino movie. I mean,
Goggins, a great villain.
Yeah, he's amazing. But let's talk about NCAA football a little bit. Some people have had a chance. Some people have had a chance to play it and release a little bit of info. So this game is huge. This game is massive. It's unbelievable how big this game is really going to be, and they are not pulling any punches with this brand new engine, this gen only. So I'm assuming Madden's probably gonna be the same way, even though I don't play Madden.
They're calling it a love
like
letter to college football fans,
as it should. Yeah, as they should. Yeah. But the team, it's not going to be as easy as it was in years past, where you could take like a Kent State or one of the lower ranked teams and just bring them up to a 6-star program. Like you got to grind. You're going to be able to see the difference between recruits, between a 5-star recruit and a 1 or 2-star recruit. You're going to see the difference in like body type and speed, and your playbook matters. You hiring assistant coaches matter.
Yeah, you can hire and fire assistants and everything. Like, this is the one thing I wanted to ask you about and how your thoughts are about it, because I personally like it. I've seen a lot of hate towards it. In the past, you can start off in high school and then work your way up to college. You can't do that.
No.
They're giving the option to be a 2-star up to a 5-star recruit. You get to pick 2 to 5. And I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind. I don't care about the high school thing.
No,
remember when we were doing that story mode where I didn't care for that. Like, it's a football game. You don't need a story.
I mean, I think it was cool because you could start in high school and you were from, I put in the high school I went to, and then you would play, then you would pick, you would go through your senior season, go to the team you wanted, and then at the end, after 4 years, if you wanted, you could then import your player into Madden and then take your character. So I get that part of it, and that was really cool because you could then, take your character, what essentially was from high school through the pros. But it doesn't bother me in the slightest that high school is not in this game. I think that it's so deep. NCAA College Football 25 is just going to be so deep.
Shut up, Clarence. Clarence said Dean's damn internet.
Yeah, I posted that earlier.
I didn't see you post it.
Oh yeah. Another cool. I shouldn't say cool. I don't know if it depends on what you think, but I think it's cool. I love that there's a wear and tear feature in the game. You keep throwing your players out there, and they're getting. Clarence showing the love right back.
Bro, like, I got wired internet, good internet, and still, I don't get it. I don't get it. This plays the present.
But players have wear and tear. They take big hits. They're going to get injured. There's a fatigue takes. Fatigue is a big thing in the game. You keep running the same players out there every time. They're going to get worn down.
I was so pumped about the helmets flying off, dude. I was so pumped.
Oh my god, yeah. You got pre-snap recognition in the game. I mean, it's just there's so much.
No more uploading draft classes.
See, that hurts because that is
really.
Claire's Dean's internet's so bad he missed a comment 5 minutes ago. Clarence, we love you, bro. I don't remember what I was talking about with but I was talking about the pre-snap recognition, and then you were talking about the draft class. So you can't alter what's already in the game. You can't put in names and stuff. So you can't create Arch Manning. Like he's not in the game. He's not in the game. You can't go in and change the player's name, I believe.
I'm okay with that.
I mean,
I was looking forward to playing Arch Manning anyways.
No, but I mean, if there's a team and the players don't want to be in the game, then you're going to have a team that's just not in the game, or the team will be in the game.
Are they going to have his number?
No, I mean they'll change. They're probably going to change numbers, everything. They're not going to have his stats. He's not going to be he's just going to be like a random player. we'll call him random backup number 1. I hope he's actually like a 50, and I'm just gonna say that's Arch Manning. I'm gonna tell my friends, oh, that's Arch Manning and NCAA. He's a 50 because he didn't want to take a free $600, and he said, "Oh, I'm not here to play video games." Okay, you don't have to but we play video games.
It's not about you. Why don't you just take the free money and just chill?
Take the free money in the game. Clarence, love y'all. Will you be able to transfer draft classes to Madden for sure? That actually I'm not sure about. I do not know if you're going to be able to transfer draft classes to Madden. I don't see why you wouldn't. I love
how they're so scared about the sale of Madden that they're including it in Ultimate Edition because they know NCAA is going to outsell Madden this year.
And that's one of the biggest things.
For $140, you get both. Like that's damn near the same price as both of them.
You know what the crazy thing is I don't want Madden so much that I'm going to literally not spend just an extra $50 because I don't want Madden. I'm gonna spend the $100 so I can play NC Dubs.
I don't want it either.
3 days early.
I did download Madden on Xbox and just playing it just to
it's
get
free,
the groove of things. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's on Game Pass. That's why I did it.
This is different because it's gonna be completely different with the new engine. Oh, I don't know if you saw my wife bought me this from Universal and hang on, can you see? Is the light blocking it?
Sex guy.
It's from Universal. It's a sexy bald guy from Shrek.
Woo!
Yeah, I got the hat on. A little chilly in my house tonight.
I freshly shaved mine because
I'm good. I'm going soon.
All great.
Oh yeah.
This is fine.
I'm there.
I'm just not ready to accept it, man. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So
I finally found a barber who will straight razor because it just takes me too long. I don't have that kind of time, man. I'm a busy man. So I finally found a barber who will straight razor for free, or not for free, but for cheap.
For free.
Yeah, not for free, for cheap. But
I know what you meant.
Can't wait for NCAA. Comes out in July. I know me and you are July 19th, July 16th if you get by the digital deluxe or the regular deluxe, and oh my god, I'm gonna be playing the living crap out of it.
I wonder if you order a physical copy from like GameStop or whatnot, if you can get it 3 days early.
I think you do, but I don't know if GameStop still does midnight releases. I still love when they do midnight releases.
Kids these days have no idea what midnight release parties were like, dude. I used to go down there and we have tournaments of Madden.
Oh yeah, I used to run midnight release parties and it was amazing.
My favorite. I would wreck you.
No. I used to run them because I used to manage a GameStop and I used to manage a Game Crazy.
Oh,
my favorite.
You used to go in there and just like.
No. My favorite one I ever did was Madden 2005, and we did it at Severance in Cleveland Heights. We had like 300 or 400 people there. It was crazy. We gave out so much stuff, so many prizes. We did. I mean, it was nuts. We police were there.
My buddy used to have vintage video game tournaments at the bar in Elyria that I used to go to a lot. We had like NBA Jam, NFL Blitz, dude. It was such a good time.
Those are the best. But continuing on with the news, Call of Duty 6 officially announced, and we'll see more during and after the Xbox showcase, which I believe is on the 11th or 12th of June. And it is Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the number 6, not Roman numerals. Not 5, not IV. It is 6. It is just the number 6.
Every Black Ops has had no Roman numerals.
Well, I don't even think that's been Roman. It was just 4, but with just 4 ones or whatever. It's what? Never. Yeah, they never had. They never. It was like you had Black Ops and you had 2, which was.
And it had the 3,
and then 3 was just 3 lines, and then 4 was 4 lines. If it was Roman numeral, 4 would be IV.
You're right.
Yeah,
that's my bad. That's my bad, dog.
we're fighting over some semantics at this point, but it's the number 6, which it is the 6th Black Ops, and we will see more of that here very shortly within the next actually 2 weeks. Moving on, as we talked about earlier, free to play first person shooter X Defiant, which is developed by Ubisoft, was released Tuesday, May 21st. Game had a lot of hype, still has a lot of hype behind it. It's a 6v6 player versus player first person shooter. It's got factions in the game called Defiance. Each faction is based around other Ubisoft titles, including Splinter Cell, The Division, Ghost Recon, Far Cry, and Watch Dogs. Characters have different skins you can earn or purchase, as well as weapon skins. And you know what? Me and you downloaded it. I'm getting the living crap beat out of me, but I think it's a solid first-person shooter, especially since it's free to play.
The graphics are good. I don't know. Just give it time. I hate how everybody just shits on a game day one. Like, there's gonna be bugs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Helldivers was free to play, but Helldivers had bugs like crazy, and then they ended out, and I still play Helldivers from time to time. Didn't play it this week, even though the Helldivers did just they actually I did play a match of Helldivers because I wanted to feel like I helped with the mission to get the new mech. There's a new mech that's got 4 autocannons, and it's dope. So maybe test it out there. But
that sounds really dope.
Yeah,
I had no idea that Splinter Cell was like I heard about the factions.
Right.
I didn't know what they were based on. I love that they're based off different games.
Other games, right.
I hope they add more. I love that they have Splinter Cell included. Now that makes me wonder, like, they didn't forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hope that they
do one.
Right, but I hope this doesn't also be like, oh, here's your Splinter Cell fix, guys. No, we're not making another one.
I hope not either. At least remaster Chaos Theory or something.
Chaos Theory was the best. So wait, Chaos Theory is the one with that was the one with the Spies vs. Mercs. That needs to be remastered or they need to make it again. But keep going on with the news. Free-to-play game WB's Multiverses was re-released on May 28th. The game has been reworked to fix bugs and glitches, as well as adding a lot of new characters, including the Joker, who is voiced by Mark Hamill, one of my favorite Jokers.
I know.
Jason Voorhees is also in the game. You unlock him with the battle pass, or if you downloaded it before, and I definitely unlocked Jason Voorhees. He is an awesome character.
How did they get the rights to that?
Because Warner Brothers made the Jason movies.
Why do you think there hasn't been a new Jason movie in a long time? Like, I'm surprised they're coming out with a new game. There's been if you look it up, like, the trademark and the rights to Jason has been it's been an in-court nightmare for a long time.
WB
one of the original writers was being a douche and not letting
WB had a hand in it somewhere. So because they had everything in this game is WB has made as a film or TV show. It's why you have Looney Tunes, you have DC, you have Cartoon Network. You got like Adventure, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Rick and Morty are in there.
I'm pumped for it, dude.
They got LeBron James from Space Jam in there, from Space Jam 2. The Gremlins. They got Gremlins in there. They got Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. I mean, and
that was surprising.
And they got Agent Smith as a character coming out from the Matrix in a little bit. So maybe we're gonna get some Neo soon. Yeah, I mean, there's characters from every movie, game.
The possibility
everything.
It's endless. There's so many good characters from WWE.
And it's an extremely fun game to play PvP. It's extremely fun to play on your own because you can do rifts and you can earn tokens to unlock new characters without having to pay, even though it's definitely a grind. But I spent some money and I unlocked the Joker and Jason and with the battle pass. And then
normal?
So I think it was like $20.
Yeah.
Maybe
most places like with Game Pass are like $10.
I don't remember. Maybe it was like $14.99, something like that. I can't remember. But I love it, and I think it's a great free-to-play game. And if you like free-to-play games, give it a shot. But we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes here, which is a Sony State of Play. Before I even start going over the games that they announced or showed off, I'm gonna say this State of Play was probably a 5 out of 10. It was people really expected this to be a Sony showcase, and it was not a showcase. It was a State of Play. We are probably going to be getting a showcase later in the year, and that's when you're going to see
October, November. I'm thinking.
like September. I would say probably like September's prior September, either September or December is what I think we're going to get a showcase. People need
Remember,
to
guys, this is just basically the games that are coming out in the remainder of this year, right?
Remainder of this year and a couple of games for next year. But people have to understand that we still haven't gotten a ton of games that they showed at the last showcase. So, I mean, we know that Sony Santa Monica is working on another God of War as well as a single player sci-fi game. So we know we have two. We know
what would you like to see in the next God of War?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Number one, I don't want to see Japan because it's being done. I think Egypt or Aztec would be awesome. I think Egypt would be really cool, especially because they got a lot.
They've already had the Greek mythology. I think so too.
Egyptian mythology, Egyptian gods would be
Greek mythology,
sick.
Norse mythology.
Yeah, I think Egyptian would be awesome. I think Aztec would be cool too, but I think Egyptian is just makes too much sense. Cool. It would be very cool. I agree 100%. I mean, I said it first, but
yeah, it would be sweet. They did announce God of War is coming to PC, which everybody probably assumed because eventually, pretty much all PlayStation exclusive and PC. It's just a matter of time.
I'm gonna walk down everything that they showed real quick. They showed Concord, which is developed by Firewalk Studios. It is a sci-fi player versus player first person. 5 versus 5 first person shooter. It is PS5 and PC coming August 23rd, 2024 this year. August 23rd of this year. It looks okay.
What
was that?
Does it give off Apex Legends vibes to you?
Yeah, it's like an Apex Legends. And if I'm being, and as I get down this list, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna stop as probably my favorite thing that they showed, but we'll get to that in a minute. After that, I mean, Concord looks cool. Every week they're gonna add more and more to the story, which is, I think that's super cool. They showed the gameplay, and it looks like Apex Legends.
It does. I see it on Twitter.
Which is, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It just depends if they can execute it well, and how interested people stay. Then after that, they showed God of War Ragnarok's PC release, which is going to be the 19th of September of this year. I think it's great that they're giving PC love with their games, because I think that they see, I mean,
there's a lot of potential there.
There's potential. I mean, obviously you want to make money, but I think that you also, you want your system to sell too. So I think that that's probably why they're.
I think a lot of it is the success of Xbox Game Pass to PC, because you get both. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I think Xbox isn't getting as many users because of PC, because it's day and date coming to the same. So if you're
rumor that Xbox might be getting Steam,
that's not
download on your Series X. That'd be huge.
Yeah.
You can play Steam games on the Series X.
Yeah, but that's something that I'd have to see that work, because there's a lot of games that are made for PC only. So I don't know how that would work. I mean, you could hook up a mouse and keyboard to your Xbox.
They claim it's the most powerful console ever. So
everyone claims that, except Switch.
That's true.
And Switch is still dope.
I respect Switch to kind of stay in their lane. They're not trying to compete with Xbox.
They have so many friggin' exclusive games. It's they do their own thing. They're not. How are they going to compete? They don't need to compete. Okay, they're not going to get NCAA football, which obviously is a game I really want. But they get Pokemon, which I also really want, which is why I always buy a Switch. Mario,
they get 2K, and they get the show.
Yeah, but they don't play the same. They're not the same thing. They're not the same thing.
The graphics are watered down. It's cool that they give those guys the option.
They announced Dynasty Warriors Origins for 2025. I am very excited for this game. I have been a Dynasty Warriors fan since Dynasty Warriors 3.
I've
Absolutely
always
love the
wanted to get into it.
franchise.
It's been a while since I've had one out, right?
Yeah, the last one was 9, and a lot of people. I mean, and a lot of people didn't like it because they kind of took one of the things that made Dynasty Warriors really cool was that each character had their own weapons, their own story, and then you would go through, you get more weapons, and they would evolve, or the weapons would become more powerful, and then the last game they made a lot of characters clones of other characters. So you had this huge roster, but it was just characters were just clones of each other, and then that kind of sucks. So
that does kind of suck.
I'm very curious to see Dynasty Warriors Origins next year. I love this franchise, and I'm happy to see it back, but gotta wait. Then
I've seen a lot of people saying that they're glad that the franchise isn't dead. So
yeah, I mean, and it shouldn't be. I mean, this is their 10th game now, and actually more than that because they always do like Dynasty Warriors, and then they do an Extreme Legends and Empires. So there's like a million different games, and the same people who make those games have also made Hyrule Warriors, Persona Strikers. All those games are One Piece Warriors. That's all the same company. That's Koei Tecmo. I'm sorry, not Koei. It's Omega Force. But
while we're on the topic of sequels, I just kind of want to ask you real quick.
What's up?
Right off the head, name one game, a game that you think deserved a sequel.
Red Dead Redemption. What do you mean deserved a sequel? Like a game that was so good.
One game, it was really good, and you think it deserved a sequel, and we never got it.
Oh, that we never got. Okay,
like a one and done game.
Whew, that's a good question. Wow. Oh man, a game that deserved a sequel that we never got.
I'm trying to think myself.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What's a one-off game?
I got one. It might not be a popular one, but I think it deserved it. Sleeping Dogs.
I thought they did get a sequel. Wasn't there Sleeping Dogs 2? No. Okay. I mean, it was all right. I don't know if it deserved.
It was cool for the time. I feel like it did better as far as competing with Grand Theft Auto than.
I mean, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It really wasn't a Grand Theft Auto style game. I think it was they were trying to do they were trying to do their own thing, and I mean,
I would have liked to seen the second one. I thought the first one was good at the time where people were trying to compete with Grand Theft Auto. It wasn't exactly like it, but it was open world. You were in Japan. It was a beautifully made city.
I'll give you one.
Martial arts aspect of it.
I'll give you one.
I thought it was cool.
Bloodborne.
Yes, I love Bloodborne.
Hasn't.
I think LA Noir should have been another one. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I mean, it was okay. I can't say it deserved a sequel, but I mean, it was.
Ooh, I got another one.
It's all right. What's
Days Gone?
Days Gone. Yeah, and Sony pulled the plug on Days Gone,
which is crazy. It's such a good game.
Well, I mean, I know the studio's working on another game, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I've been tweeting out the Rockstar to give us a fucking next generation Red Dead Redemption 2 update.
It's probably coming at some point. But continuing on with the state of play, they announced Infinite Nikki, which is a sequel to 2 other games I have not heard of, and it is like a wardrobe style weird game. Comes out Q3 2024. I'm not gonna get any more of that. Ballad of Antara comes out 2025. Another game, just kind of out there. Then they showed off 2 PSVR 2 games. One is Behemoth, comes out fall 2024, and Alien Rogue Incursion. Another Aliens game. Cool. Looks okay. Holiday 2024.
I got 2 games I want. That was announced today. That I'm excited.
Wait. No, I'm getting through this next one, and then you
Okay.
can say what you want to say. Because the announcement that I wanted to hear, and I was praying it was coming to go at Summer Games Fest, they did it today at the Sony State of Play. It's a big reason why it even has why it's even a 5 in my book. This might even push it to a 6, even though it's not a console exclusive. Marvel Rivals was announced for console with a closed beta coming in July. I cannot wait. Venom, Adam Warlock were announced. If I don't get into this beta, I'm gonna lose my motherfucking mind. Okay. I need to get into this beta. I have told you for weeks. I've watched streamers play the hell out of this game, and
you sign up for it now?
You can't sign up for it yet, so I'm still waiting. But as soon as you can, you could be damn sure that I'm going to, because this game is going to be phenomenal. It's a free to play shooter, very much in the vein of Overwatch. I think it's going to take over Overwatch, and man, I mean, imagine. I mean, it's Marvel. Dean just did a disappearing act. Oh, he's back.
I forgot to plug my laptop in.
Oh, yeah, mine's messing up a little bit too. It was like I'm like half plugging in. I think my charger might be going on my laptop. It's making me.
When I turned it on, it was full. I just looked down and it was like 28%. I'm like, whoa. You know what I'm excited for?
You had 400. You had 400 updates. What?
So dumb. Astrobot, bro.
Oh my! I was getting to it. You're not letting me get through it. You're not letting me get through the list, Dean.
You said you wanted to say that one thing, and I could say the two that I was excited about. You said Marvel Rivals, so I thought that was my cue to say my 2 games.
No, you let me get through this because I'm going in order. I wrote this down. We're gonna talk about it at the end. All right, next one. They Where Winds Meet, which is an open world RPG. It is set during the 10 Dynasties era in China. It looks really cool. Didn't show a whole lot more than that, but it definitely looks very cool. Excited to learn more about that later on.
It's like they're overdoing the Chinese games all of a sudden.
The Chinese and Japanese games are always going to be popular. Until Dawn Remaster. They showed off that is coming to PS5 and PC in fall of this year, 2024.
Have you played that?
I did play it.
Have you played Until Dawn?
Yeah, I did. I like it, so I'm excited for it. Don't know if I'll pick it up again.
I enjoyed that more than I enjoyed the Quarry.
I agree. But you know, a lot. I mean, it has a huge cult following, so we'll see how well it does. I don't know if I'll pick it up day one, but on a sale probably. Path of Exile 2 they showed off. Looks, it's very much Diablo 4 Baldur's Gate 3 style. The game comes early access in late 2024. I love those style games, so I think I like Path of Exile 2. One of the biggest ones they showed off there was Silent Hill 2 remake. They needed to show that
baby.
off.
That's the only game I cared about.
They needed to give us a release date, and they did. Coming out October 8th of this year. Very excited, and I'm happy it comes out in October because you want a scary game in October. That's when you want it. I don't want don't give me a scary. Don't give me a horror game on November 1st because I'm already. You know what? Once November 1st hits, I'm listening to Christmas music, motherfuckers. That's the way it goes. I'm blasting.
If I can have
Christmas
Halloween
music
season all year long, I'm about it.
I'm a Thanksgiving. I love that. I love Halloween. Don't get me wrong, but I am a Thanksgiving Christmas guy all day.
If I had to rank the two, it'd be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
For me, it goes Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. But I love all three. It's just the season. It's like basically once the kids go back to school, you know that it's holiday season. I love it. Then after Silent Hill remake, which again comes out on October 8th. Yeah, I want to know this. Anyone who's watching, rank us your favorite seasons. I'm sorry, not your favorite seasons. Rank us your holidays: Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas in order. Which would you like first from best to least? I want to know what you guys have to say. They showed off after Silent
I would
Hill
love
2.
to get rid of Mariah Carey. Christmas song.
You know what? I'll keep Mariah Carey's two Christmas songs that I like, and then the rest of it can go. I don't give a shit. They showed off Monster Hunter Wild's first gameplay trailer. Oh my god, does it look incredible? I know you have not played it, but man, does it look unbelievable!
No,
and it comes out in next year, 2025. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Uh-oh, did we lose Dean?
No.
Oh, did you say something?
Yeah.
No, I was talking about Monster. Yeah, I was talking about Monster Hunter Wilds. I thought you said something in between.
I said it does look good.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal. So I'm very excited for that. And then they finished it off with a game that I think is going to be one of the best games of the year because it just looks incredibly fun. And you said it, so we could talk about it now. Astrobot coming September 6th of this year, and I got a note next to after it. Looks like a must buy, or it says, I'm sorry, must buy game. Going to be an incredible platformer,
bro. Have you played the Astrobot game that comes with the PS5 that teaches you to everything about the new controller?
Yeah, but isn't that PS4? Or was that PS5?
No, I mean they had it on PS4, but when you got the PS5, when you turn it on, it was there, and you can it shows you all the new features. Like it's a game, but you use the controller. It's phenomenal. Right. I beat it 10 times.
Right, but it wasn't
so excited for this. It's a physical copy.
It wasn't like a full-fledged game.
No, it was. I mean, you can spend an hour, 2 hours playing it and going through it. There's different levels and stuff like that. But what they're releasing for this is so much bigger.
Okay, so I got this. I got this online from Shinobi602, who is obviously big in the gaming industry. You can explore 6 galaxies and 80 levels in search of Astro's scattered crew. Each planet is unique, including lush forests. What was that?
Yep. I was agreeing with you.
Okay. Each planet is unique, including lush forests, sandy beaches, hot volcanoes, etc. So obviously, there's going to be more. Different planets are going to have unique environments. 15 new abilities that take advantage of the DualSense controller. That's gonna be cool. You get Barkster Bulldog. Barkster is a bulldog booster that lets you air dash and smash through enemies, metal and glass. So you get a bulldog, a companion to go with you, which is dope as hell. You get Twin Frog gloves.
That's kind of sweet.
Twin Frog gloves, long range punching, and the ability to swing. Giant sponge. It lets you soak up water from the environment, and you grow to this huge Astro. It sounds a lot almost like Kirby, almost in a way. It's like a combination of Kirby / Mario / just good platformers.
Yeah.
Over 70.
That's a good way to look at it.
Oh yeah, it's a platformer. I think if this game succeeds, and I think it will because it looks absolutely amazing. I think Astrobot's going to be the PlayStation mascot, and it should be.
Oh yeah, it kind of already is.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but this game just looks so phenomenal. Over 70 new enemies, including massive bosses at the end of each galaxy, like the Cobra Queen, Lady Venomara. I don't know if I said that right, which was seen in the trailer. Defeating each boss uncovers a, in quotations, wonderful secret that won't be spoiled. You can die and retry levels for an extra challenge. Astro will reunite with many friends from the PlayStation universe. Teases they may play a bigger role in the game. And if you watch the trailer, you saw an Astrobot version of Kratos. And you saw Parappa the Rapper, and it was
that's my dude.
Yeah. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. The game looks so good, and I think that might be one of my favorite games. That and Silent Hill 2. This state of play was fairly weak, and people, like I said, people need to understand it was a state of play. It was not a PlayStation showcase. They were not announcing a whole lot of new stuff. That is going to be coming later in the year. That we hope, because we got to see more Wolverine, Spider-Man 2 DLC, Ghost of Tsushima, what Sony Santa Monica's working on, Ben Studio. There is so much stuff being worked on, but they aren't showing it now. And I understand people are pissed off, and people are like, Xbox is going to dominate. You listen, why can't we just like everything? I didn't think this was a terrible state of play. I mean, I liked,
No, it wasn't your typical, but
no. Well, I mean, this was a typical state of play for Sony. I mean, state of plays and showcases are not the same thing. When they say state of play, you got to temper your expectations. I was even watching. I was watching. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but like a well-known or video game journalism organization before the show, and they're talking. They wanted to see Ghost of Tsushima 2 and all these crazy things that we know we're going to see them, but this is not a PlayStation showcase. That showcases are like an hour and a half of just banger after banger, and this is not that. This is a state of play. This is okay. Here's stuff coming this year, stuff you can look forward to, a couple of things for next year. Some of it's going to be exclusive, some of it's going to be multi-platform, and that's just we're not ready to show you the stuff that you want to see yet, but we will at some point. So this is about what I expected.
Have they announced DLC for Spider-Man 2?
Not yet. But I mean,
I've seen that they sold 11 million units. That's pretty good.
Yep.
I feel like the bundle, the PS5 bundle with it included, helped, but still, that's.
Yeah. But I liked Dynasty Warriors Origins, Concord. I don't know if I'm going to pick that up day one. I think that's something I'm going to wait on. But Dynasty Warriors Origins, it's 2025.
For it to go on sale Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Dynasty Warriors Origins, I'm definitely going to probably pick up day one because I'm a huge Dynasty Warriors fan. Infinity Nikki, don't care about Ballad of Antara. Didn't really interest me. I don't play the VR game, so whatever. Marvel Rivals console announcement, loved it. I lost my freaking mind. Just so excited that's coming to console. That I've been talking about that forever. So that's coming, and I cannot be happier. Where the Winds Meet looks fantastic. Can't wait to see more of that. Can't wait to see more of that at a later time. Until Dawn, again, like the game, we'll probably wait until it goes on sale. But Until Dawn remaster, Path of Exile 2, I am a big Diablo 4 fan, so probably not going to pick it up day one. But it is a game that does interest me. Silent Hill 2 remake, picking it up day one. I know you are too. Coming out October 8th. Monster Hunter Wilds absolutely looks fantastic. Gonna pick that up day one, and Astrobot, phenomenal.
Speaking of day one, I know we're gonna backtrack here. It popped in my head, and I forgot to mention it, and I want to bring it up before I forget. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be on Game Pass day one.
It will be. Yep. And it's just, I don't know. It's just Microsoft needs to do something to get their subscriptions up. I mean, the problem is that the price just keeps going up and up and up for it, but it's also because they're releasing better and better and better games, and they have such a boatload of studios now. I think people will be blown away by what Xbox shows at their showcase in a couple of weeks. So
I wish they would have sections where you can view all Xbox 360 games. I just redo the layout. I don't know if you have an Xbox. You don't, do you? I don't really like even when you go on sale, you look at the sale stuff in the store, the store is kind of weird. You can buy movies and stuff like that. It's just, maybe I'm just so used to PlayStations, and I appreciate PlayStation's store and how their PlayStation Plus area is set up compared to their Game Pass. Add more games to Game Pass. It's when they add more games, it's only 2 or 3 at a time. It's
see,
5 or 6.
The thing about Game Pass is I'll buy a month and play what I really want to play for a month, and then I won't play, and then I'll drop it. I don't want to spend $200 something for the year, because for me there's not. I'm not going to play it. I play my PlayStation more. It's where my friends are at. That's just what it comes down to. But I think Xbox is going to crush their showcase, and I think people are going to want to compare this state of play to the Xbox showcase, and you can't compare the two. One is an Xbox showcase. They're going to show off all the stuff they've been working on. This was to just it was basically just to tell people, hey, you know, we still got a couple things coming out this year. They're probably gonna have a showcase later in the year, and hopefully it's full of a ton of stuff. But Xbox is gonna crush their showcase in a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited to see what they got coming out. You know, not a lot of rumors that it's gonna be there's gonna be some multiplayer stuff in there too, and that's something we gotta talk about before I forget. We didn't talk about news or rumors because we didn't record last week. Doom: The Dark Ages supposedly is a new Doom game coming out at some point. They're supposedly gonna announce it at the Xbox showcase. It's going to be a obviously going to be Game Pass day one, but it's also going to be coming to PS5 as well.
Man, I'm a huge Doom fan. I love Doom Eternal. I got all the DLC. I got everything unlocked on it. I
got to see what it is. I got to see what it is. It's Dark Ages. Is it going back in time, or is it like another planet?
There's so many questions I have. Once you showed me that, once I read that, I'm like, Dark Ages. What is that about? Like, I'm pumped. Like, that's cool.
I think your response was just fuck yeah.
Yeah. Like even Doom Eternal, like they had that online stuff where you can like be a demon and you guys go transfer back and forth. That's cool. Like I love Doom. The soundtrack's awesome. I'm pumped. I'm excited to see what's going on with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get announced at the Xbox showcase, and whew, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I mean, ID Software they really made Doom what it is today. Yeah, you know, with 2016 and Eternal. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see about it. I cannot wait. But we need to talk about that. One more thing, and I just want to go back and talk about this before we get into our top 5 PS3 games of all time. Astrobot looks. People are they're looking. I think people who haven't seen the demo are really underestimating how good this game is going to be. I mean, this really looks like a game that it's a must own if you're a PlayStation owner.
It's like it's similar to Mario. It's like you're saying too. Like you can jump on the blocks, do the spin, break stuff. There's hidden things. Like it's really fun.
Mm-hmm. And it's
probably the most fun, and I replay it all the time. And it's a demo just to show you how the controller is. Like that's the whole point of it, is to introduce you to the PS5 and the new features of the controller. And it's awesome. And the fact that they're recognizing the success of it and the popularity of it and turning it into a full-blown game is, I'm pumped, dude. Like I'm buying it. I'm pre-ordering it. I want the physical copy. Let me get that.
You love them physical
copies.
Let
me get that. I do. I picked up a few physical copies this week. I got New Vegas.
Yeah, you said that.
I got.
You know what? That answers your own question from earlier. What game deserved a sequel? Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
That you know, and Microsoft could do that. They could make a Fallout New Vegas 2 and make a shit ton of money.
Even just remaster it.
No, you don't have to remaster it. You own the studio that made it. You own both of them.
I'm just saying, like, if they remastered it with new gen graphics, they would sell a buttload of money too. Like, if they would make a New Vegas 2 or just remaster the original with all the DLC included in it, they would make a killing off it. This is the best Fallout game they've ever made.
Again, shout out to Walter Goggins. Love that guy. He's so good at everything. He's so good as the Ghoul. Jesus, he's good in everything. I watched Justified last night, and he's such a good outlaw.
Very underrated actor.
He's so good. All right. So we are gonna jump into that took a little while to get through. You wanted to jump onto. I knew you wanted to talk about Silent Hill 2. We've been talking about Silent Hill 2. What did you think about Silent Hill 2?
I didn't get to see the videos. I just seen some screenshots. I don't care. I played the original. I'm pumped about it. I love Silent Hill more than I love Resident Evil.
It looks.
I'm buying it regardless. I don't need to see anything, any videos.
It looks
I know.
really good.
I know what I'm getting. I'm about it.
Mhm.
I'm ready.
There are also some rumors of Resident Evil 9, as well as remakes of I believe remakes of Resident Evil 5, Code Veronica, and Resident Evil 0. So that is interesting that they already have 9, and 9 supposedly is going to have Leon Kennedy in it.
Ooh,
I know, right?
I like that.
That's another rumor going on the rumor mill. We gotta next week is Summer Games Fest, and we'll be talking about that.
Mhm.
And then I think that'll happen the weekend after. So we'll have one more show, then Summer Games Fest, and then we'll have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about that show. But we are coming up on our top 5 PS3 games of all time. If you guys have not been watching the last couple of weeks, we started. We do our top 5s at the end of every show. We started with top 5 PS1 last week, or 2 weeks ago was top 5 PS2, and this week we are in our top 5 PS3 games of all time. I'm going to tell you something about this.
I don't think we're not going to do 4. We're not going to do PS4, right? So
I don't. We're not doing PS4 because there's so many freaking remakes that I think half the games are still out. I don't know.
What Super Nintendo?
I was thinking, let's
go regular Nintendo. Nintendo.
No. Actually, I was thinking we'll save Nintendo for a little later. We go original Xbox.
I'm about that too.
Yeah, just because we want to give Xbox some love too. And on top of that,
let's make that a thing. We're going to go through PlayStation, then we'll go original Xbox, and we'll go 360. We'll cut off Xbox, there because Xbox One,
right? Then we'll do Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64. Didn't we do 64?
Then we can do Sega.
We could do Genesis. Yep.
No, we did best wrestling games and
we did best wrestling games
or sports games.
There was a bunch of. You know what the funny thing is? I think it was wrestling, and then I think there was a first-person shooter. We both know we picked a game out of that.
Going out, yeah. It was just there's so many good ones. No, do Sega.
If you hear any yelling going on in the background, that is my kids and my wife because my kids are insane right now. My honorable mention through number 1, I could almost flip-flop any of them between honorable mention and number 1. These are all really good games. So, but I started last week. You start this week. What's your honorable mention for top PS3 games of all time?
Honorable mention. I have a bunch.
We're gonna have some of the same ones in here.
Oh, for sure. Honorable mention. Let me go. God, I had like 8, just like I did with PS2.
It happens.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
It's a good honorable mention. For me,
this is a lot. It's on.
My honorable mention, Super Street Fighter 4.
That's a good one.
I like fighting games. Super Street Fighter 4 really kind of changed the fighting game. Really changed Street Fighter. Man, I really struggled saying that. But loved it. Loved the hell out of Street Fighter 4. It brought the franchise up just completely fresh, and it was phenomenal.
It did.
So that is my honorable mention. Time to get in the top 5s now, though. What is your number 5 PS3 game of all time?
God of War 3.
That game was left off my list, and it hurts my feelings that it was, but there was just some games I personally liked better than God of War 3, and it was so good. So, I mean, God of War 3, it was damn good.
It was good. It was good.
I mean, that's why it's on your list, right?
Exactly.
My number 5 is Infamous 2.
Ooh, that's such a good game. That's another game I wish they'd bring back.
They made they did Infamous on PS4, and I hated it. It didn't continue the story with Cole, which that was like an original character, and then the one on PS4 just kind of, it was like you got like neon power and ground power and other powers, but they was like the same moves. I just thought it didn't have the same awesomeness of just having like pure electricity power that Cole had in the first two Infamous games. You felt like and you could be good or you could be bad, and that's what made Infamous 1 and 2 so good. So my number 5 is Infamous 2.
That's a good game.
It's very good.
I have another honorable mention I was kind of want to throw out there: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I love that game, but it didn't deserve to be in my top 5 because there's so many other good ones. So what are we on 4?
Number 4.
Batman Arkham City.
I thought about putting that in here too. You know what? I think people just forget how good how really good this generation was.
Rocksteady killed it with those games.
They really did. I'm taking your honorable mention and making it my number 4. My number 4 is Grand Theft Auto 4 plus the DLC, because I thought the DLCs for GTA 4 were amazing, which was the Lost and the Damned, where you played as Johnny and you were in the biker game, and then the Ballad of Gay Tony. And each one brought a new part of the city, new weapons, new vehicles. I mean, there was just a whole lot of amazing stuff with those DLCs. And GTA 4, I loved the hell out of that game. So yeah, that's and then then in GTA 5, Johnny gets killed immediately by Trevor. that broke my heart a little bit because I loved the Lost and the Damned.
No.
Well, I mean, Lost in the Damned, I think that was like, and that came out right. I think that came out right about when like Sons of Anarchy was like first or second season, I think. So that was kind of like a good. I don't know. Am I wrong on that? I'm gonna look that up.
No, I don't think you are. I think you're right, actually.
I think so, because I remember.
I think you're right.
That came out
February.
At
3 now?
You're at number 3. Hang on. Grand Theft Auto 4: The Lost and Damned came out on February 17th, 2009. Sons of Anarchy started in 2008, so that would have been like that would have been like season 1, season 2 of Sons of Anarchy. So yeah, that was just a good time. That was just a good timing for that DLC to come out.
I agree.
But we are at number 3 now.
It's probably not a popular one, but I loved it. Resistance: Fall of Man.
Resistance was good. Oh God, you're talking about the first Resistance? Is that the first one? Yeah, was that the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. I loved the first. I loved the first Resistance, and I wanted to put it on here, but there's 3 games I think deserve to go on here more. The original Resistance was great because it was just a good game. I believe it was couch co-op, right? And the other cool thing I loved was that there was something to do after you beat it. There was weapons you couldn't get in your first playthrough. You had to beat the game the first time to then go back and get these even cooler weapons the second time. So there was replayability with it as well. And you don't see that in a lot of, I mean, a lot of games have that nowadays, but back then they didn't, where, once you beat the game was over. And this was like, especially in first person shooters. And this was like, okay, you beat it. Now you can go back and there's more stuff to get, some cooler stuff to get. So I really enjoyed that about Resistance. And I wasn't as big of a fan as 2 and 3, but 1 I absolutely adored, loved. And I'd love to see them make it again. That'd be a great first person shooter to bring back.
I agree.
My number 3, I'm going to a classic. My 1, 2, and 3 are going to be, I mean, I got Grand Theft Auto 4 at number 4 and Infamous 2 at 5. My number 3, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
Oh, you motherfucker. I love those games.
Uncharted is so good. And I mean, Uncharted 2, I think, is probably one of the best Uncharted, if not the best Uncharted.
Yeah. It's that and 3, Drake's Deception. They're both good. But
you know what? I 1 through 4. I mean, I loved 1 through. I even loved the one on I think PS Vita, Golden Compass, I think it was called, or Golden Circle, something like that. I can't 100% remember, but that was really good too. So, I mean, I don't think there's been a bad Uncharted game, but Uncharted 2, I think, was probably my favorite, and that is number 3. That's your number 2?
Yeah.
Good number 2. Good, damn good number 2.
I'll just switch it up and make it Drake's Deception, Uncharted 3, because they're both like on the thing. But I think Among Thieves is the best. But I love the series in general.
You don't gotta change it just because we can have the same game. It's okay.
I know. That's fine. I'm just giving the other one love. I know that.
So your number 2 is Uncharted 3. Is that what you're changing it? Okay.
Let's go.
Both were great. Both were great games. You gonna keep it at 2?
Both are great.
It was good.
Franchise is great.
Yeah. My number 2, Red Dead Redemption.
I think I already know what this one is.
Ooh. Red Dead Redemption. Yeah.
It's a damn good one.
How do you not? You got to include Red Dead Redemption in there. It was so good.
There's a lot that I left off that are so good.
There's a lot of
so many games.
Oh yeah, you know what's not on my list that I promise you, we'll do our number ones, and then I know what I'll tell you what you think my number one's going to be, and it's not. But you do your number 1. Drum roll, please.
The Last of Us.
You know what's funny?
The Last of Us.
You know what's really funny?
What?
That is also my number 1.
Let's go. That's so good. I love The Last of Us.
But let me say this. You thought my number 1 was going to be Metal Gear Solid 4, didn't you?
I did. I'm not even going to lie. I did. I'm like, I'm waiting for it. Drop Metal Gear Solid.
I wasn't a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid 4, but the Last of Us is my number 1, and it's I mean, and this is something that I kind of want to put out there when I'm talking about PlayStation, is a lot of really good games for the PS3. PS3 didn't catch up to the Xbox 360 until late in the generation. They had a lot of games come out later in the generation. PS4, I always say this, PS4 was successful because, well, one, Xbox made a huge mistake with their marketing of the Xbox One, and Sony came out with a better system that was $100 cheaper, but it didn't get great games until the last 3 years of its life cycle. So people need to just relax a little bit, because you're going to get.
That's what's going on with Xbox Series X. Like, if you go out to GameStop and other places, there's not that many games. There really isn't.
I think you're going to start seeing a much steadier stream from Xbox starting this year. And you know, and you can't say PlayStation hasn't released bangers for PS5. They released a lot of good stuff. But I think you're going to get a barrage of amazing games towards the latter half of the life cycle. So
I'm surprised we're going to get a Final Fantasy out of you, or Metal Gear Solid.
PS3 didn't really have. I mean, PS3 was the Final Fantasy 13s, which I hated. So you weren't going to get a Final Fantasy out of there. I wasn't a big fan of Metal Gear Solid 4. I didn't hate it. I liked the game, but it's just not my top 5. What was the other one you said? Or were those the 2?
The Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I almost threw Dark Souls on there for me. Dark Souls.
Demon Souls would have been.
Both of them are so good.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, those could have been on there. I mean, like I said, for me, it was.
Red Dead Redemption was on there for me. Like, I had a list.
I mean, I had to put Grand Theft and Red Dead, because I mean, Grand Theft there hasn't been a bad Grand Theft, if I'm being 100% honest. You know what? I could have put Grand Theft Auto 5 on there. That released on PS3. But if I'm being if I'm being honest, I actually like GTA 4 better than GTA 5.
I think GTA 5 got stale real quick. I think because they put so much focus on the online stuff.
It wasn't. I actually liked the online up until a certain
I like
point,
the
but
story of 4
I
is
just
better than 5.
I liked Nico. I liked
Yeah.
the other characters in the game. I liked the missions. I liked back in Liberty City.
Yeah.
And I loved the DLC. That's really what did it for me was the DLC for GTA 4 just was like it was just so good. It gave you played as new characters. It was another story. I mean, it was like 2 new stories, new weapons, new car. I mean, it had everything. It was great. And Red Dead's Red Dead. I mean, it's just so good. So those had to be in mind. Infamous 2, loved it. Super Street Fighter fighting game. Really, really freshened the series up and brought it to new heights. Uncharted 2 is just one of the best games of all time, and The Last of Us to me is just like the defining crown jewel of the PS3. Which has started a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, started it all. The Uncharted or The Last of Us 2, the TV show, the Last of Us remaster that came out recently. So that had to be number 1. And yours were what's your honorable mention again? Your honorable mention was Grand Theft Auto 4. Your number 5 was
I'm having a brain fart.
I don't remember.
1 was Last of Us, 2 was Uncharted, 3 was hold on, bro. I had Batman.
That was one of them. I don't know which one that was. I think that was 4 or 5.
Oh, Resistance Fallen Man.
Resistance was 3.
Yep. 4 was Batman.
4 was
5
Batman.
was fuck was 5?
We're losing it.
I have a awesome.
Sorry. Well, if you want to go back and see what Dean's number 5 was,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go back and listen to it.
go back and rewatch. Oh my god,
Almost 11.
I'm trying to. Oh my god, it's gonna bother me too. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch and be like, what the hell was Dean's number 5? It wasn't a sports. It wasn't a sports game. It wasn't a horror game. It wasn't a platformer. I know you threw Call of Duty in there as another. Modern Warfare 2 is another honorable mention.
Yeah.
What the hell was your number 5?
Bro.
I know. I'm trying to think of the games you play. Because the only game that we had, well, we had The Last of Us. We both had Uncharted. We both had GTA 4. And then I had Red Dead, Infamous 2, and Super Street Fighter 4 was my honorable mention. You had Last of Us, Uncharted, Grand Theft Auto 4 was your honorable mention. You said Batman, Arkham City.
Hold up, bro.
What was your number 2? What was your number 2 again?
That was.
I'm sorry. Resistance was your number 3.
Yep. Uncharted was 2.
Right.
My 5 was God of War.
God of War 3. Oh my god. How the hell did we forget that?
I can tell you why. We're getting old.
That's very true. We're getting old and it's getting late. Oh man. But man, a lot that we got to talk about today. If you haven't had a chance, go and download Multiverses. Go and download X Defiant. 2 very awesome free to play games. I have been enjoying them, except I'm getting my ass kicked in X Defiant. We talked NCAA football 25. We talked Black Ops 6 and how we're going to be seeing it here soon. What's up?
I have it on my Xbox. I'm downloading right now as we speak. X Defiant on my PS5.
There we go.
So I want them both. And I already got Multiverse, so if you want to go, we can go.
I'll wreck you in Multiverses. And I'll do it with Jason, which will just make
you guys want to
see a
stream? We should stream and talk and do an episode while we play Multiverse.
I'm telling you, I think Multiverses. I think we got. I mean, I think it'd be cool to do a GM mode in WWE 2K.
Mm-hmm. That'd be sweet.
I think we need to flip a
Yeah,
coin to
we
see. We need to flip a coin to see who gets Jey Uso though.
Yeet.
The
That's fine.
yeeter, the
We'll do
yeeter, the yeeter of
yeeter of
worlds. That was when he tweeted that out. I laughed my ass off. I thought that was hysterical. That people were so people were so pissed off, and he's like, no, don't. He's like, don't worry, I got the okay from JoJo, Bray Wyatt's widow.
And he said like he didn't ask for the Fireflies to come out when he came out. Like it just kind of happened, and he appreciates that because he loved Bray just like everybody else did.
Yeah, he did. I love, but I mean, the fact that he called himself the Eater of Worlds was the greatest thing on the planet.
I love it.
I do too. But next week, more news and rumors, more what we've been playing. Next week's show will only be a couple days out before Summer Games Fest, so we're gonna have a whole lot to talk about and speculate on. Maybe some more news will be coming out about some of the games you like. We went over the state of play today. As I said, I gave it a 5 out of 10. Astrobot looks phenomenal. Silent Hill 2 remake looks phenomenal. And the fact that they announced Marvel Rivals console is amazing. I cannot wait. So much good stuff. If you haven't had a chance to go watch State of Play, you can watch it pretty much anywhere. Check it out. Judge it for yourself. But until next week, I am Joey Schneider.
I'm Dean Samples.
And this is the
playing games, y'all.
Peace.